Jonathan Sewell Sales at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise, Alabama. And this is the first live video I've ever done, so it may be a little quirky, may have some things that we need to work through, but just wanted to make sure that we had this information out to you as soon as possible. I'm going to give a few minutes for you to jump on. I know I didn't announce this and didn't really have any plans, so wanted to, I do have some breaking news on the CX-50, so we'll go over that in just a minute. Let's see if anybody's out there. If you can tell by my voice, I've got a little bit of the crud. It's one of those things that allergies. It's been hot, cold here in South Alabama, so got some medication today, and hopefully it will clear that up in the next couple of days. So I've been a little sluggish shooting new videos. I did get some new inventory in late yesterday, and I've already shot a video today, but I guess the last video that I uploaded was actually shot at the beginning of the week. So I apologize to you for not having more information to you. So I really wanted to go live, and I know there's a few of you out there. I'm trying to get to the screen so I can see who's there. Hold on a second here. Let's see if I can pull this up on another screen. Turn this all the way down. All right. Theo, Nick, I see you guys there. So I appreciate you jumping in. And Vicente, Jacob, appreciate you guys being here. David, Robert, good to see you. Thanks for joining me here on this Friday evening. For those of you who just jumped in, we do have breaking news on the CX-50. Wanted to get this out to you earlier in the week, but as you can tell, sinuses or what have you, had to go see the doctor and get some medicine today, so I apologize for my voice. I actually shot a video today on some new inventory on the 22 CX-5 Premium Plus that we had come in. Try to get that edited and uploaded tonight or tomorrow, so you'll hear that same voice there. Yeah, allergies kicked me in the pants, and humidity. Right now it's turning cold, so there's not as much humidity, but we still have the ACs turned on in the building because it was like 72 degrees yesterday, and I think it's gonna be like in the 40s tonight. So that's what really gets a hold of me. Kevin, Andrew, good to see you guys. Hey, Andrew from Canada. So I'll go ahead and jump in on this because, and like I said at the very beginning, I wanted to, I've been wanting to go live so we could talk more and have more opportunities to, share information. But I guess it was just a block and trying to get some different equipment and things like that. So I appreciate your patience with that. And I've got 2 phones and an iPad right here trying to get this worked out for you. So the CX-50 for America, for US dealers, sorry Andrew, in Canada there. I want to get this information out right now instead of shooting a regular video, editing it, uploading it, and maybe not getting it out until tomorrow. So I'm excited to say the breaking news, if you haven't heard yet, is that tonight the system of allocation is running on the 1 per dealer CX-50. What does that mean? That means that when I come to work tomorrow, I can log into our inventory allocation, inventory management tool, and see what Mitchell Mazda's first CX-50 is going to be. I know we've waited a long time for this. John, hey, I appreciate all you do as far as your support of the channel. So how this breaks down is, and I hope the video is still going. Steven said, is the video dead? Hopefully it's not dead. But let me see here. Yeah, it looks like we're going, hopefully. So let's see. There we are. Seeing myself in like real time is kind of weird. So how that works is that, and Stephen, you have to remind me, is it 584? I'm looking right now. If you don't know Stephen Holland on Facebook, you need to, just about any Mazda club on Facebook, he's the admin of, excuse me there. And he's been working, busting his tail on this spreadsheet of all the Mazda dealers in the US. He just worked on those in Canada, and he's searching for the dealerships in Mexico. So according to his spreadsheet, there's 548 dealers in the US. So, okay, thanks, Nick. Appreciate you working out there. So of those 548, we're each getting one CX-50. Everybody's getting a Turbo Premium Plus. So I expect all the nomenclature to follow the Mazda 3 and CX-30. So the terracotta interior is going to be an option on these cars, but it won't be a signature. It will be a Premium Plus. Excuse me. This is not a paid sponsorship with Chick-fil-A, by the way. But been about to lose my voice all week. So every dealer is getting a Turbo Premium Plus. Of course, we know the 23s, just like the 22 crossovers, are going to be all-wheel drive. The Premium Plus is the ones that we've been seeing in all the marketing. So 360 camera, upgraded terracotta option, interior. I don't know, we'll find out tomorrow. I think we'll see some with an off-road package, which would be the 18-inch wheels with the basket up top. Some, excuse me, some with the 20-inch wheels. So we'll have a mix of those. We'll have a mix of interiors. However, only 2 exterior colors. This is pretty strange. And yeah, Chick-fil-A is my favorite spot. I'm a signature member with the reward points. So if you don't know about that, they just made that available last year. So I don't remember how many points it is. So every dealer's getting one, and it's either going to be polymetal gray, as we've seen in the marketing, or the all-new zircon sand. So one of those 2 colors will all be a Turbo Premium Plus. And the reason I wanted to get this information out to you tonight is because your local dealership will be getting this in America, will be getting this allocation tomorrow morning if they check it. So, Dennis, I appreciate you jumping in. And, oh, David, you work at MTM. Oh, awesome. Thanks for what you do. Again, I guess I'm going to lose my voice here after all. So I'm going to try to get through this. And thank you for bearing with me. The medicine started about lunch today. So hopefully I'll get through it in the next couple of days. One more hit here. And that sweet tea, by the way, I also love their lemonade. So tomorrow, your local Mazda dealer will be allocated their first CX-50. That means that if you are interested in buying this vehicle, you can reach out to them and get the details on it. Again, polymetal gray or zircon sand, interior color, maybe off-road packages with the basket and the 18-inch wheels, of course, the hood graphic, or maybe not. So we'll have to wait and see for that. Thanks, David. I appreciate your support. That's right, Team Discovery. Go Team Discovery. So as far as I know, these first vehicles will not actually arrive to the dealerships. Early estimation is the first week of April. I'm going to get through this. We can do it together. So I don't know, Christopher from Sacramento, appreciate you chiming in. I'm really excited about the CX-50, and I don't understand how it could take so long to go from allocation almost the middle of February to arrival in April. The only thing I can expect or suspect is that that's when Mazda really wants those to be released. So we should see more information tomorrow from your local dealer. I'm going to share on probably the community post, also my social channels, what we get. And so you'll have that information. I can also go out and locate, hopefully, maybe if not tomorrow, then Monday can go out and locate other dealers in your area. So hit me up, text me, email me, whatever the case is. And oh, David's on the Corolla Cross line. Still cool. Garrett, I appreciate you chiming in there. I thought the plant would have enough to supply. The only thing that was really scratching my head is how, when we saw those vehicles rolling off the line to begin with, there was not just zircon and polymetal. There was other colors there as well. So, you know, I'm interested in why they chose just to allocate those two colors. Again, I guess because that's what they've been marketing, and they wanted these vehicles to hit the dealerships, even if they were pre-sold, but they'd kind of come in to match that marketing. Also, next week, so tomorrow, everybody gets their first one. Next week, we will get the first official allocation based on what we've earned as dealerships. So that's where the other colors come in. Albert, I agree. I think the zircon and the polymetal are probably going to be the top two colors. There may also be some limitations on that Turbo Premium Plus as far as color availability. So we'll just have to wait and see. So again, before I lose my voice completely, I appreciate you guys jumping in here. I'm going to try to give you a couple of minutes of questions and answers, or your questions, my answers, hopefully. So go ahead and hit the chat and chime in, and we will see if we can answer your questions. And then I'll have to leave it with you before I just lose it completely. Nick, I'm really excited about a test drive too. Albert, I appreciate you. Again, if anybody has any questions, man, that cough medicine they gave me must not be working too good. Nick, we've actually got a handful of 22 CX-5s here now. So just had the two Premium Pluses come in. Garrett, I'm glad you said that, because I had a comment earlier about what the turbo and non-turbo mix would be, because this is a little bit larger than the CX-5. They're thinking, some of you viewers are thinking it may not be powerful enough with that naturally aspirated 2.5 liter. Oscar, I appreciate you joining in tonight. Adrian, as far as I can tell from the pictures, the iStop technology will be on the CX-50 and not cylinder deactivation. Good tea. So the cylinder deactivation is not available on any Mazda turbos. So I think it was easier for them to put the iStop technology. That way, if it's a turbo or non-turbo, it will apply to both engines. Steven, 545 in the US, but a new one about to open in California, making it 546. So 545 to 546 CX-50s officially available tomorrow. That doesn't mean you can see them or drive them, but you can contact your local dealer and get the specs. And you may find somebody that doesn't read their emails and is not aware of that. Andrew, I actually got this information this week from Mazda. I really didn't expect the first allocation to happen until the end of February is what they told me. So my assumption is that over the next 2 weeks, they will release the specs and pricing. So we're going to get this allocation and not know the price, unfortunately. But again, my opinion is that it's going to be somewhere comparably equipped to a CX-5, $2,000 to $3,000 more is what I'm thinking. Yeah, so I don't have the CX-50 pricing. CX-70 is going to be released next year. So we're doing CX-50, then CX-60 overseas, CX-90 here in North America, then CX-70 and 80 will be next year. Let's see what Garrett has to say. He's an MTM employee also. Yeah, the panoramic roof, I think, is going to be standard on the Turbo Premium Plus. So if they're allocating all those to us, they want to get that new option, new feature out in the market. Stephen Theo is asking for a link to the Mazda dealer spreadsheet. I don't know if you can put that in the chat, or maybe they can contact you, or if you can put a link to one of your groups that has that in there. If not, I'll go back and add that to the comments, Theo. Nick, if I read your question correctly, for future considerations, will they go to an inline six? I believe you're asking specifically about the CX-50. I don't expect them to go to an inline six because as of now, that engine is going to be made overseas. And I think everything that they're doing here is going to stay here. So this vehicle specifically may go all turbo at some point, but I don't expect the inline six because that inline six is designed for the new large architecture or large platform. Yeah, the CX-90 is going to be awesome and longer, so a huge roof rack, I'm sure. I thought that the graphics, Garrett, I like the graphics. I'm kind of a vinyl guy. My buddy, a good friend of mine, did the vinyl wrap on the black edition when I painted the wheels on a CX-5 a few months back. That may be a port installed option, which means after it leaves the factory. And I'm okay with that because some of you didn't like that graphic. So if you could get the off-road package with the wheels, with or without a basket, with or without graphics, I'm okay with that. Okay, so Osvaldo, I hope I said that correctly. Tomorrow, the U.S. dealers are getting their first allocation. According to my buddy Sean up in Canada for Mazda Canada, they're going to be about a month behind us in their allocation. And I don't have any information on Mexico right now. So if you're in America, Osvaldo, you can reach your local dealer tomorrow and see what their vehicle is. And, I'm okay with go ahead and taking a deposit on this car for one of our clients, although we don't know the pricing yet. But it really just depends on what your dealership, your local dealership, is comfortable with. Yeah, I think the 4-cylinder is going to be the only option there, Nick. And Arthur, I don't have any pricing on the CX-50 yet. I expect that within the next couple of weeks. I'm all talked out, apparently. Okay, David, I appreciate that. So the basket up top of the roof rack may be a port installed option or a dealer option. I know they've been pressing us to get ready for a lot of dealer accessories, dealer installed options. Also, I lost my train of thought there. Yeah, Adrian, every pricing that I have is just speculation. Hey, Nam from China. Appreciate you joining us. I don't, you know, they haven't released the official specs size of the CX-50 yet. I have my speculations somewhere around here, and I did a video on that. I'll add the video in the comments here later where I went over that, and basically I just compared, to like the CX-30, the CX-5, some of those differences, and but I don't have exact specs yet. Don't know the exact trims yet either, Patrick, on the CX-50. I can assume, since we're getting the Turbo Premium Plus, that it's going to follow the CX-30. So you're going to have a 2.5S, maybe a Select, then a Preferred, or one of those two can go away. Then a Premium, then Turbo Premium Plus, maybe a Turbo, but we'll just have to wait and see. So maybe 3 turbo models, maybe just 2. Let's finish up with a few more, and then I probably need to head on home. Anything new for the CX-5 for 23? Too early for that, Dia. So I'm just getting 22s in and excited about that, but nothing yet for the CX-5 for 23. I know that it won't be, 22 is the refresh, so no big changes expected on the CX-5. Anish, will Mazda have matte finish colors in white and gray like GB70 from Genesis? I don't expect that. You'll probably have to wrap it for the matte colors. But we could see. Mazda's kind of, me and the Mazda colors are a love-hate relationship. I love the colors, especially Machine Gray and Soul Red, my favorite. However, Polymetal's good too, and Zircon, new. They're not deviating outside of those colors though, so nothing way out of line. I would love some matte colors. I would love some brighter colors, but nothing yet. Osvaldo, congratulations. Thank you for chiming in tonight. And so you can reach out to your dealer tomorrow in the States and hopefully get some information and maybe lock down a car for you. Matt, so we have another dealer launch plan call on the 24th of, so I guess that's next week also. And that's more of like a marketing call since we're getting allocated on Saturday. It's not going to be specifics on things, but I do expect them to talk about some of the accessories. So we'll have more information on that, and I guarantee that they've already had some aftermarket companies working on things for them. Dennis, the RX-9 rumors. Well, I haven't made a video on this, like I said, with my throat. I haven't been as active as I like to be this week with some of the latest Mazda news. But, we went several videos ago on the RX-9 with electric motors in the wheels. Maybe it be a hybrid with a rotary range extender, or maybe a mild hybrid with that rotary engine. And then this week, we had an MX-5 information. We assume it's MX-5 patents released with electric motors in the front wheels for an all-wheel drive type. So 3 total electric motors. That could be the Miata MX-5 version of a future RX-9. Not sure. Osvaldo, I think they're going to fall, the trim levels for the CX-50 are going to fall in line to the CX-30. Give or take a couple there, like the Select and the Preferred. They may, bypass those. Ground clearance is higher than the CX-5. Again, I apologize. I didn't have that list here where I had, kind of picked my brain there of all the different specs that I was estimating. But I expect it to be somewhere within 0.5 inches to 1 inch higher. More Chick-fil-A. Mikhail, which CX models are going to have 3-row seats? We've got CX-9 through 22, CX-9D CX-23 this fall in the US, which is going to replace the CX-9, and CX-80. So those are the ones that will have third row seats. CX-80, of course, offered overseas. Sharon, I assume the hybrid, you're talking about the CX-50. Yes, they will have a hybrid. I believe it's going to be all Toyota hybrid information or technology and equipment shared there. And that will come out maybe later this year. But I think they're having some fitment issues right now, with the battery pack and everything. I'm missing some of these questions. Let me scroll back here. Stuart, CX-90, do I imagine the hybrid version will be available when first released? Yes, Stuart. Actually, they will have a plug-in variant like was released last week on the CX-60. However, I believe, this is just me saying here, nothing official, I believe when the CX-90 comes to America, we're going to have an inline 6 and an inline 6 plug-in hybrid, or PHEV. The CX-60 is going to have the 2.5 liter with 300 horsepower that they've released. But in America, or North America, on the CX-90, we're going to have inline 6 and an inline 6 plug-in hybrid. So, and that will be available at release, give or take a week or so. Yeah, ma'am, I understand. I've always been interested in a CX-8. And so we will be getting the CX-70 and the CX-80, of course, will be over there. The CX-50, we're spoiled with the CX-50. It's going to be sharp. Stephen has 161 stores in Canada, give or take a couple. Osvaldo, we can deliver anywhere you'd like us to deliver. Arizona, whether we drive it or ship it, we usually let the customers work out what's best for them. Ethan, any tips on how to get a new car near MSRP? Excuse me. That's going to be empty in a minute. We're going to be in a mess. All of the dealerships in Florida are marking them up $3,000 to $10,000. Any tips? So all I can do, Ethan, is speak from our stance. Right now, availability is tough. So we're starting all of our deals over MSRP. But at the end of the day, customers negotiating is more important to us to retain clients. So that's, just where our stance are, but we don't mark them up. We of course do, as many of you have not appreciated some of the accessories we do, but we tint some windows. We have clear door edge guards. We do have some pinstripes, which are kind of included in that, and our shop does nitrogen in the tires. So there is some value there for our markups over MSRP. It's not just a blanket markup, and it's not several $1,000s. I know that some of the manufacturers here in town, Tellurides specifically, they get up there over MSRP. So all I can say is that if it's your local dealer and you're going to service it there, and if you bought there before, use that to negotiate with. Hey, I've bought here before. I'm going to continue to buy here. I'm going to continue to service here, and see if they'll be flexible on pricing. Well, I saw one from Matt. Let me see if I can find it here. I think I lost it, Matt. I'm sorry. No, there you are. Greetings from Wisconsin, Matt. Appreciate you joining us. Yeah, I need some hot tea. I really can't drink. I can do hot cocoa every so often, but I can't get into hot tea. I wish I could, because it would be really good. But I just can't do it. I just grown up on iced sweet tea. And I've actually tried to do some half and half now for less sugar. Puerto Rico, Ahmed, appreciate you joining us. Yeah, I created this channel for you guys, and I appreciate you and your support for me to get the information out there. And you guys, I'm spoiled every day with your comments and your views, so I appreciate that. Patrick, I appreciate your support. And I know the last couple of videos I probably haven't been as enthusiastic or energy filled, but hopefully I'll get over this weekend and we'll go from there. So from what I understand, Kevin, as far as he's asking about the basket on top of the CX-50, there is room for that clearance of the pano roof with the basket. So if you have both, it's not a problem. Matter of fact, I think the roof rails are a little bit higher on the CX-50 for that reason. Hey, JL Raymond, appreciate you dropping in. Hey, that's the best compliment right there. He picked his 21 GTR last February from watching these videos. So I really appreciate that, and that's the biggest compliment I can get. Yeah, Albert, I'm excited about the inline six. CX-50 is coming out. For those of you that are just joining us, first allocation in the U.S. is tomorrow, so one per dealer. Every dealer will know. I may not be able to search other dealers until Monday. And then next week, we're getting the first official allocation based on our sales. So those vehicles, as far as we know, will not be available here at the dealerships until the first week of April. Best time to buy a CX-5, the Dawn, is when you can find one. So not trying to be tongue-in-cheek there, but if you find the car that's equipped the way you want and you can get a deal that you consider fair, jump on it. It's weird times right now. You know, CC, the CX-30's been one of those weird things. How Mazda has changed their allocation. I haven't had a CX-30 in over 6 months because I haven't had any to sell to earn more. So I don't know. You know, we still can't order cars in America. So the CX-30 Turbo Premium Plus, they're probably not producing as many of those, I would guess. Matt, I appreciate that, man. Stuart, full electric CX-90, CX-80, they will be plug-ins. So the CX-80 may have the 2.5 liter. The CX-90, I believe, will be an inline 6 plug-in hybrid. Thanks, Elena. You're welcome for the information. All right, guys. I think I'm going to have to sign off. I know I got started a little bit later, but I appreciate you joining in on this first live. I'll try to take care of the old vocal cords and get some more Chick-fil-A tea to help with that on the way home. And if there is anything else I can help you with, of course, you can always text me at 334-718-0504, and I will get back to you as quick as I can. Or you can drop a comment below on this video or any video, and I try to go through those as best I can as well. John, I'm going to rest. After I leave here, I got to pick up a couple things, then I'll be headed home. Ethan, one last question here. 23 models dropped before. If you want a CX-5, I'd go ahead and buy a 22. I don't think the CX-50 being released is going to have any bearing on pricing of the 22s. Andrew, appreciate you jumping in. Robert, you have a great weekend too. Nam, what do you think of buying MX-5 22 after having a CX-5? Hey, the more Mazdas, the better, Nam. The more Mazdas, the better, right? Not to, a little play on words. Instead of Miata is always the answer, Mazda is always the answer. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to step away to turn this camera off. Again, I appreciate you guys, and reach out if I can help you in any way. And I may jump in tomorrow on a live and tell you what my CX-50 is. But we'll just see how the day plays out. Thank you guys again, and y'all have a good evening. Come see me on the boulevard.